So Slop Fest 2020 on your Saturday.
Lovely.
It comes in the morning, probably about 6, 7 a.m.-ish, and then it's with us really throughout the day, and it's everything. We got the snow, we got the ice, and then we'll add the rain into the mixing bowl. So a little bit of everything and a lot of problems most likely, especially north and west of the city. So the weekend breakdown, once again, it's not a messy weekend overall, but Saturday probably the key day here, at least for slick travel concerns. By Sunday, things will improve, but it's still very cold with temperatures only in the 30s. Winter weather advisories across much of the area. The only locations not included in this are Cecil, as well as Kent, Queen Anne's, Caroline, and Talbot counties. And then you get down into portions of Anne Arundel County. That's where the thinking that temperatures will be a little bit warmer, at least for just rain and sleet at the onset, with a little bit of snow and less in the way of travel issues. Minor concerns, at least on the impacts for a good chunk of the region. The highest concerns, though, north of the I-70 corridor, as well as I-83 northbound up towards Shrewsbury through the Hereford zone and back up towards York, PA. 1 to 2 inches of snow expected up there with a light glaze of ice that's likely to cause some issues, especially on the elevated surfaces, the bridges, the overpasses, the on and off ramps. So north and west of Baltimore will start as snow, mainly in the morning hours. 1 to 2 inches expected, some localized pockets of 3 inches or more. Little sleet and freezing rain with a light glaze as the colder air holds on the longest up there in the elevation. Slippery conditions, and that's where our highest travel impacts will be. In and around Baltimore, I-95 eastbound, snow and rain to start, slush to an inch. In the accumulation, sleet over to steady rain. As we get into the afternoon period, some slick spots in those roads are mainly wet. Annapolis in the eastern shore, once again, the least amount of impacts. Some slush early on before a mix, mainly rain, heavy late, and then some wet roads with temperatures near 40 degrees during the entirety of the event. Current conditions outside right now, 33. Skies are relatively clear. It feels like 28, though. The winds have come down, and they're out of the north. That will play key because that's driving the cold air in here and damming it up against the mountains. Temperatures right around freezing in most spots will fall into the 20s overnight tonight, even with a thin layer of clouds over us. Those clouds will continue to increase, though. We're already starting to see that back towards the west across portions of West Virginia. There's the snow out towards Indiana and Illinois, and it's all associated with a large storm system that's going to cut across portions of Minnesota as well as Wisconsin tomorrow. Put down some snow in Detroit, back up towards Minneapolis and then into the Dakotas. They'll be under a blizzard concern as we go through the overnight period into the day on Saturday. So for us, by 6 a.m., snow overspreads much of the region. We'll get a little bit of a lull that will try to cut in here by lunchtime, and that's when we'll think that the switch will happen from that snow over to some freezing rain and sleet off to the south. It's just plain old rain, and then the entirety of the event could remain frozen north and west of the city, while south of the city likely to see that rain before it all exits during the overnight hours of your Saturday into Sunday. So once again, the highest accumulations and impacts north and west, and that's where the icing concern could be, and that will limit those totals. So snow moves in 6 to 12. After that, we'll start to mix by lunchtime, and then we'll change to rain late. Overnight tonight, we're in the 20s. That will set the stage for wintry weather. Thump of snow in the morning, sleet and rain in the afternoon. Mix slowly exits. After all of this is out of here, we're dry, but we're just very cold going towards Martin Luther King Day as high temperatures struggle to make freezing.